Hi guys, this is Mr. Assassin and I'm here today to talk about Tower of God and bring you some news in regards to Tower of God on my channel. Now, a few points that I want to say before I get into this. When I first began reviewing Tower of God, I wanted to do chapter with chapter, and that proved for me to be very difficult because I have a day job, and usually when I come home I can't stay all night to edit reviews and record them and edit them, of course, in that order. But I would have done it. I would have stayed up all night, every night, and made chapter with chapter if people were interested in them. But because these chapters are so old, not a lot of people watch the reviews, and I get 10, 11, 12 views on a review, so it basically doesn't merit the work. Now, another point of view is that I'm reviewing chapters like Toriko on a weekly basis, chapters like the 7 mangas like the 7 Deadly Sins, Attack on Titan every month. I reviewed Hunter x Hunter every week until it went on hiatus, and I'm also reviewing the name escapes me. Rikudo, yeah, that was the name, Rikudo. So I have other chapters that I'm reviewing on a weekly basis, and that also takes my time. And because I'm not up to date with Tower of God, I don't get that pull to review these chapters. I don't get that that hype that I have in other chapters, because I'm very hyped every week to read the Toriko chapter. I'm very hyped to read the 7 Deadly Sins chapter. However, because Tower of God I'm reviewing from behind, that hype is no more because I already know the story. So I'm kind of lazy when it comes to that, and that's why Tower of God has been so chaotic. The reviews have been so chaotic. So I have decided, since I'm already at the end of part 1, to finish the review in part 1 in this review. So I will start reviewing the end of part 1 until Bam dies, and then I will do an overview of the second part, where Bam becomes a Slayer, and basically all the way up until the end of the tournament arc, because that's when I stopped. And that's another thing. I right now am 30 chapters, around 30 chapters behind in reading Tower of God. So once I get to the end of the arc, of the tournament arc, with the overview, I'm going to start reviewing chapter by chapter every day, because they are all going to be new stuff to me. I haven't read them until I get up to date, and then we can review Tower of God the same way as I review Toriko or the 7 Deadly Sins. So that's it. I'm going to start with the review right now. So where we last went off was when the princess, the two princesses were fighting the bull, and one of them, what was Anak Zahard, the green girl, green girl, yeah. So Anak was fighting the guy, I don't know his name right now, the guy in a sheep costume, and he was winning. Then Androsi Zahard steps in there, and this guy gives her the green apple that he stole from Anak Zahard, and tells Androsi to kill Anak. Of course, they do a double team and they try to take this guy in the ship costume out, but they aren't able to, and that's when Yuri Zahad, which was coming to the Evon Health floor for quite some time right now, they weren't getting there, even though they were getting close a few chapters ago, so they took that time to get there. Anyway, Yuri Zahad steps in, and when Yuri Zahad steps in, this guy doesn't even stand a chance. She finishes him, well, not actually finishes him, she finishes all of his creatures in less than a second without even moving. With just her presence there, everybody dies. And this guy retreats, of course. Now, on a different plan, Khun and the others managed to stop the thieves and the dogs and all of the others from getting Bam. So Bam and Rachel were actually going to get sucked in by the giant squid, the queen squid, sorry. But what happens is that a creature comes in contact with the bubble, with the Shinsho bubble, and Bam falls into the water and sinks. Of course, he drowns. And only Rachel comes out. Rachel tells everyone what happened, that Bam fell from the Shinsho bubble and now he's dead. So everybody believes now that Bam is dead. So that's basically a quick review of the last chapters, because that's everything important that happens before we get the time skip. Yeah, so the creature that put Bam out of commission, got him out of the Shinsho bubble, was the bull. And the bull was directed by the guy in the ship costume. Of course, he got bitten by Yuri Zahad, and he wanted to exert his revenge on Bam. Of course, that's what everybody thinks happened, because that's what Rachel told them. In fact, what happened was a lot more astonishing. Bam actually managed to fire a very intense wave of Shinsho at the bull and defeat the bull. Then Rachel pushed him out of the Shinsho bubble. So she effectively murdered him. And then she fabricated a story and told everyone that story. So that's the end of part 1. Bam is considered dead, but as we will see in part 2, he is not dead. Rachel now is going to climb the tower with Khun and the others, because Khun and the others want to help Rachel, because Bam wanted to help them, and they feel a sense of duty towards Bam even though they think he's dead. So they are going to help her. So Rachel basically got what she wanted, a bunch of very powerful guys helping her climb to the top, and Bam out of the way. So that's the end of part 1. I don't know when I will do the overview of part 2. I will have to probably just go through the chapters until the last chapter I read, so I will go more into detail, but that's for now. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Sorry if I've been a little out of order, if my ideas have been out of order, because this was a spontaneous video. It had to be made, because there's just no way, with the schedule that I have, there's just no way I could get up to date with Tower of God by doing 5 chapters at a time reviews. So rate, comment, subscribe. Have a nice day.
Any rational society would either kill me or put me to some use.